This is going to be the reading for those of you with a sign of Pisces, combined with different life path numbers, the one from 1 to 9, and all based on the color associated with the sign, respectively with the life path number. The sign as such is one of the most mystical signs in the zodiac, actually the most mystical one, with people with sensitivity and dreamy, idealistic, and it's ruled by Neptune, the one of mystery and illusion, and the house that they rule is the 12th house, the house of I surrender. A lot of intuition and unconscious here, and that's also we see in the card that is associated with the Pisces from Tarot, the moon, and from Neptune we have the Hanged Man. We come to the color. The color for this sign is the color of magenta, and this is a very spiritual color which is actually associated with unconditional love. It's a color that gives you strength and calm, and it makes you grateful, and it's a combination of red and violet is red and blue. So in a way you have definitely clear goals, which is the integration of all aspects of your personality, trying to find true unity. Emotionally speaking, you have to let go of all the emotional patterns and develop self-esteem, independence, tolerance, and kindness. For the body, it gives energy to the adrenal glands, the heart, and reproductive organs. We will see now what the combination of magenta does with other color based on the life path number. This is the reading for those of you with life path number 1, yeah, the number of action, and born in the sign of Pisces. We had the color magenta for the sign, and now we have the color red for the number 1 for action. Magenta was already red plus violet, so we have a strong combination here of red color. And indeed, even if we look in the Tree of Life from the Kabbalah, the color red is associated with Mars. We have then a sign of fire here with water, a strong combination, sensitivity plus motion, which makes you a very strong person. You know to find ways out from harsh realities. You find satisfaction in new projects, helping and inspiring others. You are good with people, and you can be a good negotiator in difficult situations. And with so much red, I had to think of the root chakra, and the card that came out for you is this calming card. Bring your awareness to the base of the spine. Feel the calm and solid energy of the earth. Sense the heartbeat of the earth underneath you, supporting you on your journey. Feel the heartbeat of the earth become your own heartbeat. Know that the calm and support you need is always available to you. Use the connection to Mother Earth heartbeat to cultivate more balance in stillness in your life. And some time ago I learned about a way of calming you down by first trying to hear the heartbeat and to feel the rhythm, and then also the rhythm of your breath. They are two different rhythms, but focusing on that, you can also find a kind of peace, interior peace. From the Liminal Spirits deck, I got the card of Metal for you, which I found very interesting, not only because it's red and the fire, but this is the only way that fire can make something fluid. You know, metal becomes fluid under the influence of the fire. And the messages for you are, sometimes it's only through the heat of a crucible that we are able to take on our best trust form. The blood of the earth is the same as what runs in your veins. Recognize the divine within yourself. Our tongues can be as sharp as knives. Do we seek to create a feast or to find fault and friction? Our deeds are like long-reaching swords. We can choose to defend or destroy with our action. So this is about the actions and what's the result of your action. And because the color magenta was the color of unconditional love, pick up a card from the set called Unconditional Love from the inner space. And the message for you is love can take on a new meaning and your relationship enter a liberating phase. True connection means that a relationship is no longer something to be maintained or a recurring topic of conversation. Your experience of sexuality can also change when you have no expectation of how it should be. The advice is here that you realize that you are good just the way you are, and then you find a deep calmness. And with this realization, you also notice that the other doesn't need to be different. So you can love the other person unconditionally, not for what he or she does or doesn't do, but for who or she is. And this is simply because she or he exists and it's there. This is the state that you are maybe looking for, and then you can experience love, including for yourself. We don't have to fall in love, we have to raise in love. And the card of Mars, like we said here, associated with Aries, and from Tarot is the Emperor. So I checked the card of the Emperor here, and look, it's almost like this action card here, and it's called Initiation. You can see your own movements as a run-up to a greater change. This phase of life becomes a form of training, preparation for that greater leap, an initiation into the future. Sometimes it's necessary to give into your urges in order to find out what you truly long for. Sometimes you have to cut loose in order to see yourself clearly and to see that what you really want is not about gaining worldly possession and temporary pleasure. Use your senses in a more subtle way to turn inwards. I found these beautiful advices for you at this moment in time, because it was so much about love in the end. I will pick up a card from the Twin Flame deck, and this is not a card necessarily about finding your twin soul, which then will help you to become the twin flame, but first starting by loving yourself. And then again a very red color here about a false twin flame. It can be somebody who you are maybe in a relation like now. So let me see what is the message of the card from this deck. This card implies that you have attracted someone into your life who represents the deepest, darkest side of yourself that you have not been willing to acknowledge until now. They have shown up to help you release feelings of despair and not feeling good enough, so you can take back your power and align with true love within. Almost like the unconditional love card. Other advice in here, even from the metal, just go within and find there the true love. Be willing to find this power within. I hope these cards are useful for you. Thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you with a life path number 2 in Pisces. We had a color magenta associated with your sign, and now we have the orange associated with life path. We see here the card of association, the way we mirror each other, the way we work together, and I even see the same color coming back in the light there. And from the Tree of Life in Kabbalah, the planet associated with the color orange is Mercury, and this is the messenger of the gods. We also have a number 2 here. It's in this deck number 20, reduce it's 2, and this is a symbol of your mental switchboard, how you think, communicate and move through the world. He rules Gemini and Virgo. It's the smallest planet who is closest to the sun, and it has the orbit around the sun in 88 days. So we talk a lot about what Mercury brings when it's retrograde. That's happening quite often in a year, and that it's a time for you to remember, review, connect with others, association. And then I look at this symbol with these two snakes, and from the Liminal Spirits Gateway deck, I pick up a card for you, and the card, it's the snake. Then the message is bearing wisdom, and insights is heading your way. Heed the words you hear, even if they make you uncomfortable. Something new and exciting is coming your way. A cycle that keeps repeating itself must be examined. Ask yourself, is this a healthy pattern or something that must be broken? Be careful not to let fear of insecurity overtake you. Just because you don't understand something doesn't make it wrong. In some cultures, the snake is the one that even created the world. We also have it associated with the story of Eve. But in the end, it's a true bringer of wisdom. It's the mystery of death, rebirth, healing, and transformation. And even here you can even see these two serpents creating our DNA, our unique codes. So I was inspired and thought, let me look for another card with a snake for you. And I have one in the Witch's Familiar Oracle, and this is here also the card of rebirth. And because I saw here this beautiful symbol, I thought, let me look for it in the Making Magic deck, this symbol as being the 3 stages in our life. For a woman, you have the maid, the mother, and the crone. Or also with Saturn return in our life, we talk about the orbit of Mercury, which is the closest to the sun. Saturn goes around the sun in 30 years. So then we have the Saturn return when we are around 30, when we are around 60. And these are the moments we change. We go through this transformation, through this rebirth. And yeah, it's happening for me now, the second return of Saturn. And the triple spiral is listening to divine wisdom and joyful learning life's lessons. I thought of Mercury as being the magician in the tarot, and from the inner space deck I pick up the card of the magician, number 1, and this is the card of harmony for you. The evolution from individual to collective. When you want a world that's less about I and more about we, the association here. This requires a shift in yourself. Harmony also stands for connecting words and developing empathic abilities. It's about feeling more love for more people as if your heart is growing. So maybe that's the transformation for you that you are going through. And look here, the magenta color comes back. And for magenta, and as we said, it's a color of unconditional love. I pick up a card from the unconditional love suite of this deck, and it's the card of intuition. The fresh observation in the present moment is the pure feeling known as intuition. It goes beyond thinking and beyond emotion. It's not an insight that simply drops into your mind. It's a subtle trait, a form of perceiving or receiving. Most of the time, our thoughts and feelings get in the way of it. Some confuse intuition with beliefs and emotions. Intuition is about the process of going within and observing what's happening at the energetic level. Intuition was nothing and has no opinion. It's quiet because it's an inner knowing. Yes, to this, I often talk about the inner knowingness. When people say, why do you believe something? I said, I just know. And that's sometimes hard to talk about the inner knowingness. And just looking at your cards, you see there is a lot of green, a kind of light green here. The light green color is associated with Virgo. And you remember we said that Mercury is also the ruler of Virgo. So I check for the card that is Pisces with Virgo. Maybe there is somebody important in your life in Virgo. This is like the yin and yang. You remember here the white and the black serpents, where you will find them giving each other holistic massages with natural oils. And what you will remember about them, they are all souls and eternally youthful at the same time. Maybe a natural oil card for you. So let me see these beautiful rainbow colors, but also with the light green. Stress away, and the oil will be copaiba, lime, cedar wood, vanilla, lavender. Soft, sweet smelling blend. Let my stress, fear, tension, chaos, panic fade away. Bring my attention to the here and the now. In the eye of the tornado, there is a still space from where I can see the storm. My inner rainbow is shining in all colors. I just breathe in and out. There is nothing to worry about. Everything is all right. I am totally relaxed in myself. And this is also about rebirth. Even this morning I listened to a video and they said that when we die, our body goes up to the cloud people, then drops of rain are coming back on the earth. And this is how the water never dies. Rebirth, transformation, about this old soul. Maybe there is a strong connection with this soul that is supposed to be a mirror for you. Let me then check the twin flame deck. And a beautiful card for you. One, there are like 5 cycles here. And this is the card of mission accomplished, welcome home. So this transformation for you, if you surrender, you listen to divine wisdom, and then finding your home in yourself, in the harmony and in your inner knowingness. Wow, I found these beautiful cards. I hope they are useful for you, and thank you for watching. This is going to be the reading for those of you with life path number 3 in Pisces. So we had the color magenta associated with your sign, and now we have the color yellow associated with number 3, which is also a card of communication. The combination as such makes you a person who is very much in charge of your own destiny. You can't really accept that somebody looks over your shoulder and tells you what to do. You have a lot of enthusiasm. You can have a lot of practical ideas, but you also listen to your inner knowingness, and mostly you are very good in settle boundaries. In the Tree of Life from Kabbalah, the yellow color is associated with the sun. So we will add the card of the sun, the source for you, and also with the gift that the sunlight is an opportunity to let your ego step out of the way and let the sunlight flow through you and let the spirit do the work. The truth is that you are the center of the universe, but so are the others. We said here that you are your own boss. You like to have the leadership. Maybe that's why communication is an important key for you. And for the magenta color, I said that it's associated with unconditional love. So I pick up a card from the inner space, a card about the unconditional love. And the card that came for you is this security. We often seek that feeling of home in others, relationship, family, friends. Having a home base gives you a safe, secure feeling. This can become so important to you that you hold on to it anxiously, even if this home isn't actually cozy or safe at all. Your true home, the place of true safety to which you can always go, is closer than you think. Home is within, where your heart lives. And that's also what we said about you and your inner knowingness. So find a home in you. And from the liminal spirits, the card that came up for you is this cedar, the glorious fragrant cedar, an evergreen tree. So no matter the season, it reminds us of life. Its strong wood has been used for carving statues of gods and making doors to temples. The wood, resin, and needles of the cedar have long been burned for cleansing, celebration, purification. The cedar's spiritual and medical properties are said to help us gain courage, build our confidence. You have the sun, you have now the grounding. The messages from the card are: analyze your foundation. It is solid or strong. This is also what you had here with the security. Even if you are feeling alone, there is a legion of ancestors and spirits around you. Have faith in yourself. Muster up some courage and cleanse away those fears. No need to feel alone. Scent is a powerful thing. It's invisible, yet the smell can affect our mental and emotional state, conjure up old memories, and give a deeper layer of atmosphere to a room. Cedar reminds us that scent is a simple yet wondrous tool to use for our workings. Some nice essence for you, maybe when you feel alone or you feel insecure. And I saw this color coming also back in this unconditional love card, blue, that is associated with Sagittarius. So maybe there is somebody important in your life that is Sagittarius. Things that you will remember, the time both speeds up and slow down when you are around them. Where you will find them, singing up a storm at karaoke. And they are the wanderlusters, the adventurer. So because I have an oracle deck, it's called the Mystic Wanderer, I thought of picking up a card for you from this deck. And the card that came is the dense, intuitive movement. So let's see what is the message. Let the heat of the movement burn all that is stagnant within my body, spirit, and mind. I begin again new, fresh as a dime. The mystical journey is long and true. I'll be courageous and wander through. Your energy maybe has become stagnant. Relieve the flow of energy in your body with dance. You need to let go of tremendous amount of energy that is not yours. Do this through noise and movement. It may be time to find a physical exercise that is perfect for you. Let dance and spontaneous movement become the conduit of your soul expression. This body of yours is starving for release through movement, but not just any movement. This card is talking about the kind of movement that express tangible emotion and energies that have been pent up underneath your skin. You have held into some things that are not yours or do not serve your highest good. No judgment, no expectation. Find a song and move. You remember that here with the card of security said that you can sometimes keep a place which you feel home, even if it's not really where you feel good. That's also the message with this card. They are somehow connected. Let your mind drift out of the way and find ecstatic dance or movement. You will feel so much better after a significant release of energy. The things that aren't of your beautiful human existence will fall away, and all that will be left is you. Wow. And don't forget, you have the energy of the source, the sun. The theme for you, I see here, main theme is finding the home in you, and maybe a card from the divine doors. So what is the door to do this? We have here dance. We have here the essence, cedar or other strong essence. Help you to release the insecurities and find the courage which you already have. And this is your secret door, and the message is: ego fears the sun and danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So communication, coming back to others, even somebody from Sagittarius, as I said at one point, who knows, a stranger's grace. I hope these cards are giving you some useful messages. Thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you with life path number 4 in Pisces. We had the color magenta associated with your sign. We have the color green associated with the life path number 4. This combination of colors makes you a very adventurous person. You are evolving by changing your way of thinking and doing, and you are capable to deal with your fears and still remain grounded in reality. And then for the green color in the Kabbalah, we do have the color associated with planet Venus. She calls you to your heart, to romance, sings to you as a creative muse, asks you what you value, what you want enough to get yourself in trouble. Come to know your heart, know that you are passionate about and when you steer other people's passion. She encourages you to have a loving heart, to heal your own heart and become a Venetian beacon to the world around you. Develop what the Buddhists refer to as Maitri. Loving, kindness, benevolence, friendliness, and active interest in others' well-being. If you are soft and charmed with an open heart, remember that people are fascinated by those who find them fascinating. Use diplomacy and seduction and let others come to you. Engage creativity, generosity, and affection. And from the magenta color, I pick up a card from the Inner Space deck, and the card that came for you is sexuality. So we are still connected with the loving energy of Venus. Sexuality is one of the most powerful energies you can experience as a human being, both together and alone. Sexual energy acts as a catalyst. It's a driving creative energy. It's a very personal paradigm of fire, excitement, desire, ecstasy, release, and creation. Sexuality takes place in the here and now. It's true, naked surrender to being and togetherness. We can think of the sacred sexuality. I did watch a video called Le Petit Mort. The story is about orgasm, the feeling that people have after an orgasm, when it's like the death of ego. In those moments you feel like, even this description was a naked surrender. You can just be. Of course, if you add intimacy, it's even more beautiful. But it's a state in which you get closer to who you really are. I had to pick up a card from the liminal spirits for you, and the card that came, it's the toad. It's time to play a game of hide and seek. Be a master of camouflage in your search for the truth, but don't stay in disguise for too long or you may lose your way. You've reached a crossroad that seems difficult, but you are capable of weathering the storm and choosing the right direction. Take a chance on something that may seem unlikely to you. Fortune will reveal herself to you. This card also speaks about the toad's connection to adaptability, regeneration, and of course, transformation. Back to the green color, we have the connection with Venus, so we need to look at the card from the Love Oracle. And the card for you is playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember, love is the greatest healer. I will add it here with the sexuality, so the feeling of togetherness. Also connected with Venus, I have a new deck called Venus Rising. Even the back of the cards is very beautiful, but this was your card. Vulnerability. Yes, don't be afraid to show yourself truly to others. Maybe naked in a deeper meaning. I find the whole combination of cards here very beautiful. For sure it has a lot to do with your heart, because it's the green color, the color associated with the heart chakra, but also with you being so an adventurer. Can be an adventurer even in finding the right partner. Maybe I need to pick up a card from the twin flame for you. You are both fulfilled and you are both at the point in life when you become love, and then by joining these two powerful energies, you create what is called the twin flame. And the card for you is remember your identity and know that you can do it. Your quest for fulfillment requires an exploration of your inner self. The goal is for you to discover who you truly are. The path to divine love is not straight. This zigzag pathway is a repetitive process sending you deeper within to revisit things you thought you understood. This pursuit helps you gain an even higher perspective as you remember your identity. This card indicates that you are feeling weary and not sure if you can continue your quest for divine love. Feeling lost can make you feel like giving up, but stay the course, you can do it. Looking outside of yourself will exhaust you, but don't quit because you have been searching in the wrong place. True love exists within you. The purpose of your intense chaos is to trigger you to gain clarity. Doors may be closing, chapters are completed, leaving you wondering how you will move forward. But know that you are on your authentic path and it is leading you toward great love. It is important to express gratitude for the lessons that your twin flame is teaching you, which help you discover a deeper level and self-acceptance. And don't forget what was the message from the card, the toad, that maybe you reach a crossroad that seems difficult, but you are capable of choosing the right direction. I hope the messages of these cards are useful for you, and thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you with life path number 5 in Pisces. You have the magenta color associated with your sign and the blue color associated with your number, the number of freedom. That brings you in contact with your soul, this combination of color. You know that you need more than just rational thinking in order to find the right path, especially in difficult moments. You go in and there you find the powers, the gifts that you need, the talents that you have. This helps you to go on, and this blue color especially, it's going to assist you in connecting even more with the subconscious, with what is out there. And I'm just looking outside now and I see a brilliant star. I think that's Jupiter, which is also the planet associated with the color blue in the Tree of Life. A card that says, give and you shall receive. Jupiter calls you to expand your worldview, so reach out and feel at one with the whole universe, and that will bring you abundance. And it's a 23 card. 2 plus 3 is 5, so you definitely have powerful 5 energy. So let's look for the rune number 5. And that's the chariot of Thor, the chariot of the sun. It's about clarity, control, order, and auspicious moments. The cosmic law, the path, the journey, your journey. Even the colors look like the same in these two cards. And for the magenta color, I'm going to pick up a card from the unconditional love, from inner space. And the card for you is Revelation. It almost looks like the Wheel of Fortune or Jupiter. It's time to reveal yourself. When the world overwhelms you, you may react by retreating further and further into yourself until you are completely locked away. Everything outside feels unsafe and hostile. The inner world no longer brings liberation. It has become a self-built prison. The exercise now is to bring yourself outwards. You can start small. In the end, you'll show what you are keeping concealed inside. This coming out, it's about being your own beautiful self in the world. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Be free. And the card from the liminal spirits for you, it's the card of the environment. With a message, if you have been feeling lost or out of sorts, it's time to reorient yourself. Same message like in the Revelation. cleanse your space and refresh your altar. Remember that the physical is linked with the metaphysical, which you already know from this blue energy of the blue color. Strong action have impactful reverberation that will resonate for a long time. Make your position known with authority and hold on tight. The environment makes up the layers of space around you. It starts in the place where you dwell and expands out from there to the ecosystem and landmarks surrounding you. We may be from a different place or a faraway land or country, but we must recognize and respect the land we currently reside upon, connecting to our environment, its seasons, landscapes, lore, and energies, enables us to center our practice and orient ourselves to the world around us. We make altars to create sacred space where we are, digging in and rooting our stuff and stanks to mark space and center ourselves. I personally had difficulties with the environment up to the moment that somebody suggested that if we love Mother Earth, we love it as a total. Like if we think of our body, of course there are parts of our body that we like more than others, but in the end it's a whole, and the same with Mother Earth. We can be attracted to some places, and there maybe we resonate even much stronger with the energy. It's maybe difficult to resonate with the energy of the place where you are, but you can be the one who changes the energy. Ask the spirits of the place to help you. You can try to connect with them. I will look now for a secret side card for you. You can always connect mentally with the secret side if that's important for you. Like I got here for you this Uluru. It's almost like this card of revelation. So find a sacred space somewhere in the world where you really feel connected with, and with your energy you can just be there. You already have this power of going within. You can bring the energy of those sacred space to the place where you are now. And because it was here about the journey, we see this here also with the Chariot. Let me check a card from the Sacred Traveler for you. And the card is Infinite Abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Look, like Jupiter. Jupiter was also the card of abundance. So trust. Maybe with this revelation you activate codes and you become like this Chariot of Sun. You become the light. And I would like to end this with a card from Unfettered Soul. Because of your deep connection with your soul, I love these cards of Michael Singer. And the card for you, Experiencing Energy. Your heart is an instrument made of extremely subtle energy that few people came to appreciate. But in truth, you are not your heart. You are the experiencer of your heart. Powerful blue color for you, and magenta, and some light green. The green is associated with life path number 4, so maybe some important people in your life, or with the sign of Virgo. I hope you enjoy your cards and the messages, and thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you with life path number 6 in Pisces. You had the color magenta associated with your sign, and now the color indigo associated with your life path, the path of harmony. And this combination of color gives you a lot of inner power. You are in contact with your own soul, and you are aware that there are other ways to experience things and other realities even. But you are in the same time full of energy and pragmatic, and you have a lot of things that are interesting for you. When you talk about the subjects that you are interested in, you are very well informed, and people have a real respect and they listen. And the color magenta, we said that is a color of unconditional love. So I pick up a card from the Inner Space deck, and the card for you is Desire. This is about being able to distinguish between your needs and your desires. Beneath an immediate need, A deeper desire may be hidden that is blocked by a conviction. For example, the desire for a connection may express a need that reflects a deeper desire for self-acceptance, which is blocked by a false sense of not being good enough. I had myself a revelation about this blockage of not being good enough. I was mentioning a personal experience when I expected a kind of recognition and I didn't get it. So the person I was sharing my experience with, she said, "Oh, and the little girl that was never good enough." And then I thought, yes, she's right. As a child, there was not really harmony in my family. That started this feeling of not being good enough. And then it was revealed to me that this desire of recognition and even the fear for rejections are all coming from a kind of insecurity that I built around myself. I have to accept myself, and then that sense of not being good enough, it's gone. Amazing enough, beautiful enough. And from the liminal spirits, the card for you is the card of Corvid. Almost the same indigo colors here. The corvid represents the crow family, which includes crows, magpies, rocks, and of course ravens. Exceptionally intelligent, observant, and community-oriented, the corvid brings initiation, protection, death, and the gift of memory. An opportunist in many ways, the corvid presence on battlefields connected it with the Celtic Morrigan and hints with death and war. But beyond the more gruesome associations, the corvid has been known to bring gifts to those who treat it well, be that shiny objects, lost item, or valuable information. In Norse mythology, Odin is accompanied by two ravens, Hugin and Munin, who bring him the news of the world. And the messages for you are, there is a saying that no good deed goes unpunished, but true kindness brings blessing. A surprise gift is heading your way, and we all need kindness. I like the child who is asked, what are you going to be when you grow up? And he said, kind. It will be great if we don't forget that. Now is an important time to shift your efforts and focus on family-oriented matters and issues directly affecting your community. Support your flock. They will be there for you as well. Let me check other decks where I have any cards about ravens or crow, and then from the witches familiars, the crow is the one talking about sovereignty. Time to reclaim your strength and power. Balance the light by embracing the shadow side. Crow highlights the path you are to take. An ending of the old is imminent. Release the past and move on. And then the raven from the same deck, it's determination. You are about to learn a valuable lesson. Magic is in the air. Vision of prophecy are gifted to you. Rid yourself of inner fears. Use your wits. Make your voice heard. Don't let others make a meal of you. Something special is about to happen. Then in the wisdom of Avalon, Raven is again magic, coincidence, synchronicity. Believe in magic and you cannot help but see it. Magic lives within the belief itself. Expect the unexpected and prepare to be amazed. And from the mystic wanderer, the raven is the transitional phase. You are rushing into something. Stop and ponder before continuing. Check you have everything you need for your next adventure. The thoughts and feelings you are having now are affecting your future. Be intentional with them. Reflect through meditation or writing. Color is still indigo. And we talk about magic. So let's see a making magic card for you. Magic is what we can normally do, but was forgot how to do it, and it will come at ease once we are finding our inner powers. And the card for you is the star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. We had for you that you have a very powerful inner world. So let me check a card from Heart and Soul. Wow, that's a beautiful card. Close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. This is about wings. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concern and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is self and all is well. There is no need for concern. Yeah, your heart, the harmony. And you have here the star and then the heart, of course. One more card for you. Our ancient future. Wow, I feel like it goes with all these colors here. Wisdom from indigenous people, ancestors holding the keys for the future, ancient remembering, bloodlines, how the past affects the future, a time to step up, timeless power symbols, activation for powerful shifts. This card is full of activation for you. You are now being showered with blessings in preparation for a transformation. We had here transitional phase. It may be turbulent at times, but you will grow and heal through the coming journey. Partake in activities that help you drop into meditative state as often as possible. Use clearing tools to raise your vibration and don't get caught up on the destination. Focus on the journey and experience. You can navigate a situation you have no experience with by being truly present. Integrity and intuition will be your guide. And with all these red and blue colors here, because magenta was red and violet, that's red and blue, and indigo is blue and violet, which is again red and blue. Powerful colors. For some reason, when I see this card, I have to think of snow flecks, the beautiful patterns. I don't know, just one. Those who dwell among the beauties and mysteries of the earth are never alone or weary of life. So maybe that's a nice ending for your reading. Hope the cards are helpful for you and the messages, and thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you with life path number 7 in Pisces. You have the magenta color associated with your sign and violet color associated with your life path, the path of spirituality. And this combination makes you a real pioneer. What you start, you also finish. You have the determination to do that. You are also paying attention to other people's needs, but without really making judgments about their intention of motives. You like to promote new ideas, to try new paths, like I see even here in the card of spirituality. And the card for the color violet is forgiveness. My emotions are human, they come and go. Sometimes I don't want to listen to my darker feelings, but just by feeling these emotions and giving them some loving attention, they can pass by. I forgive myself, you, him, her, them with love. I am free. That's forgiving others is actually a gift to yourself, and even from this combination of colors and the fact that you are on the path to spirituality, it's obvious you are capable in doing that. And from the Kabbalah, we have the correlation between the violet color and the moon in the tree of life. High intuition, perception, you are one with the ebb and the flow. Watch what sign the moon occupies each day and let the moon teach you about its phases. Align yourself with those tides and make your life easier. And from the liminal spirits, the card that came out for you, it's the Fox. The messages are time to turn up the charm to make things move in your favor, and wisdom apply with a little extra finesse and flash will bring success quickly. Diplomacy, not aggression, is what is needed to handle a tricky situation. Move quickly and with confidence, but also be flexible enough to change tactics at a moment's notice. We are intrigued by the Fox mystery, which can teach us a great deal, but we must be careful not to find ourselves outfoxed. Thought that experience, it's a lesson in itself. Thinking of the magenta color, I mentioned that it's connected with unconditional love. So I pick up a card from the Inner Space deck, the suite of unconditional love. And the card that came for you is the card of contact. Search for the truth, for the real. It sometimes feels impossible to get there, or you are projecting it onto your connection with others or things outside yourself. First, find a connection within, out of your head, through your heart. What are you observing? What are you experiencing? By first going within, you can connect at the most subtle level and feel the life in everything. Within, here, now. This is contact. I think this is a very beautiful way of following a spiritual path, just by being in the present, being this point in the center. It's like fractals that going deeper and deeper and deeper up to you find a main core. And I see here a red color coming back, and it's with a fox and with this strong middle point. So I'm going to look for the sign associated with the red color, which is Aries, and maybe there is somebody important in your life which is from Aries, or you have planets in the sign that maybe influence you a lot. But about the connection between the sign, who they are the warrior spirits, where you'll find them, making each other laugh until they cry. What you will remember, the electrical magnetic vibe that exists between you and them. And because it's about living in the moment and being present, what I see here, and also combined with your determination of finishing things. Let's see what Messenger Oracle has for you. Beautiful number 1, a new day dawns, combined with this moon and with the perception, because was a 10, so it's also 1. You have another 1, and here you had 11. So energy of number 1 seems to be powerful for you. Even Aries here, it's the first sign. If you think of the astrological year, today is a new day. With the dawn comes an opportunity to begin again or to embrace something new. Create what you wish to create. Become the person who you dream of being. Do not allow your doubts or fear to hold you back, for this day is bright with hope and good fortune. Go forth and greet it with a smile upon your lips and joy in your heart. And some violet color coming back, I associate it also with Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. Look, so beautiful. And it's the Violet Flame of Saint Germain. I will also look for the card for you. I wanted a card, but then we end up with 2. Star Seed Elemental and Unique Gifts. And Unique Gifts is 55, which is a 10 again. So coming back to 1, 2 beautiful cards for you. I see here the center again from this contact, the center that you can find in you, and then it's something from the outside, and then you find this star seed. You are maybe a star seed. I see the same colors like with the new days, because we are in the color reading. This starseed elemental, children as teacher, fun, joy, laughter, newly incarnated souls, the child within, maintaining an inquisitive perspective, wonder and imagination. And the unique gifts are your superpower, a sense of purpose, exploring your interests, shortcomings as unique undiscovered skills. There was even about this fox, that when you are maybe tricked by somebody, that in such is also a new discovery, a new experience, shortcoming as unique undiscovered skills. And I said I have to look for Saint Germain for you, mentioning the violet flame. There are also meditations that you can look online. Saint Germain is about karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. The violet flame is the powerful etheric retreat where you can release the karma. He was a master alchemist. We started with Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, part also of the alchemy, and able to help us turn whatever is leading in our life into something that is golden. And I will check also for Lady Portia, because she was his contrapartner. She is the one bringing the divine order Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Maybe you are also looking for your soul partner, maybe it's somebody from Aries. And this twin soul, it's more than a soul partner. We said here the contra partner. Their unique gifts combined, they can create this beautiful flame, the twin flame. The last card for you from this twin flame, ascension, because releasing karma is one of the steps in this ascension that we are all looking for. And the card that came for you is number 7. Personal freedom, unleash, rebirth. I don't think there is anything else that I can add to this butterfly. I don't know if you see it, like this butterfly is really breaking this chain in this infinity loop, almost like here. And that's what I wish for you, and I hope these cards are useful for you and the messages, and thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you with life path number 8 in Pisces. The color associated with Pisces was magenta, and for your path number it's again magenta. So you have double magenta, like here the two hands, keeping the power, which is also associated with this number 8, and this card of gratitude for you with color magenta. Thank you, gratitude, for seeing and receiving gratefully the 1,000 gifts each moment brings. Life is immense. Receiving gratefully, giving joyfully, it is a wave of giving, sharing, and receiving. Totally accepting life the way it comes to me as a form of gratitude. I am thankful for my breath, my eyes, my ears, my nose, my heart, my emotion, my everything. I am grateful for the food I can eat and share with my family, my friends, and then you can complete with whatever other reasons you have to feel gratitude. With this double magenta here, you are powerful when it comes to get over the negative influences on your life or the obstacles that you find. You have a lot of creativity, you have a good common sense, and you are unstoppable when it comes to challenges in your life. This double magenta, we said it's associated with unconditional love. So I look for a card from the inner space for you. And the card that came is disconnecting. Confusing thoughts and feelings, words, stories, experiences, your own emotion and the emotions of others. These all get stuck in your system. If this disruption influences your behavior, that can affect your relationship. Perhaps you have a tendency to be defensive or you are easily irritated. Withdrawing for a moment from the commotion prevents you from being overwhelmed by external impulses. If you made too many connections, you can protect yourself a little more by disconnecting yourself momentarily from the outside world. You see this network here of relationship. Maybe you are forcing yourself to be among people, or you attend too many occasions just because you think you have to. And if you don't attend, you feel cut off. You have to analyze your social duty, and if you disconnect for a while, what do you have to lose? What do you believe that will happen? If you maintain something that is disruptive for you, it's not a sign of loving yourself or others. And then from the liminal spirits, I pick up a card for you, and the card is Belladonna, and it means beautiful lady in Italian. The name is also associated with a story of Rappaccini's daughter, when a beautiful young woman was tending to her father's garden of poisonous plants all her life, immune to her toxin, but she becomes poisonous herself to other humans. Belladonna is very seductive and powerful in her charms, and she does not suffer fools. Very powerful. The message for you will be: under the guise of physical beauty lies immense strength, determination. You would be wise not to reduce anyone to just a pretty face, but instead to see the whole being as they truly are and respect them. I think you have no problem with respecting other people, and you indeed have a lot of power under a beautiful face maybe. And I was looking for another card that I have with this flower, and then I found this bellflower. I think it's the same. And look at that again, gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. So definitely an important thing for you to be grateful for what you have. And maybe by disconnecting from the social networks, you have more time to see what really is your desire and what are the things that you are really grateful for. And I was, with this card, thinking of shadow and light. And the card for you is Fairy of the Green World. The natural world needs you. So we had here flowers. And this is a 44 card, which total is an 8. And here you had another 4, and double 4 is also 8. Maybe the number 4 has a strong meaning for you. Let me also check the rune 4. It's Odin actually, which means wisdom, inspiration, divine power, intellectual power. So a lot of power, creative and spiritual power. I think in one of the cards the message was that you are very creative, from the combination of the color, of course. Inspiration, honesty, understanding, perception. For you to keep in mind. And the letter, the symbol, I think it's a letter F, if that has any meaning for you. The fairy of the green world. And let me also check the enchanted oracle, because somehow this belladonna made me think of something enchanting. I think there are really the fairies from the natural world. That's why it's the invitation for you to be more in the natural. Wow, the maiden moon. I feel like all the colors are so beautiful for you, and they are all connecting so beautifully. Let's see, what's the message of the maiden moon? Timing, as they say, is everything. We pay attention to time in so many ways. We acknowledge the importance of large chunks of time, such as childhood or summertime. We celebrate birthdays and other annual events. We mark the passing of days and months with a calendar. Some of us organize our time down to the hour with a daily planner. Then there is another, more nebulous concept of time. If we have something to tell someone, we may wait until the time is right, even if we don't know exactly when that will be. Sometimes we may break off a relationship or refuse a project, saying this just isn't a good time. These sorts of times aren't measured by a clock or a calendar. They are spaces in time created by circumstances. The moon has her own timing and phases. Each phase has different energy and can be used to enhance the magic in our own life. And the message it is, whatever you are thinking of doing, pay attention to when you plan on doing it. The matter at hand is particularly sensitive to timing. This may be either lunar timing or circumstantial timing. Do be careful in order to assure the best possible success. It was here something about taking time for yourself. And here is even a ritual and how to honor this goddess of the night. But I'm sure you can find a lot of them, or you can create your own ritual if you feel like. Even this fairy here has a magic ball, maybe a little bit of magic, and then I will end this reading. A magical symbol for you. Yes, the sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. So you are back to the beginning with the power of the sun, but of course you can also use the energy of the moon, wherever that is natural in your life. You have this two powerful energy here. I hope these cards are useful for you and the messages, and thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you with life path number 9 in Pisces, which makes the color magenta the color associated with your sign, and the color of gold the color associated with your life path, the altruist path. So a great combination between unconditional love, that we said it's the magenta color, and the gold of the alchemist. And that makes you a person that have discovered the gold of the alchemist. You are your own law. You also show a lot of warmth and light to other people. You share with them your wisdom, your knowledge, so their soul can also transform. That's the altruism in you. And you don't really like rules, and you create your own values. And that card here for the gold is the card of transformation. You show me that my body, mind and soul are always in a state of transformation. The world transforms itself each day. Day transforms into night and night into day. Life is transformation. That's a beautiful quote. And for the unconditional love, I pick up a card from the inner space, and that's intuition for you. The fresh observation in the present moment is the pure feeling known as intuition. It goes beyond thinking and beyond emotion. It's not an insight that simply drops into your mind. It's a subtle trait, a form of perceiving or receiving. Most of the time, our thoughts and feelings get in the way of it. Some confuse intuition with beliefs and emotions. Intuition is about the process of going within and observing what's happening at an energetical level. Intuition wants nothing and has no opinion. It's quiet because it's an inner knowing. So that's what you have, and that's how you can be the perfect alchemist to transform everything in gold. And from the liminal spirits, I pick up a card for you, and the card is Gateway. We all begin our journeys by crossing through a gateway or threshold and setting our feet upon a path. The gateway at the crossroads, where two or more roads meet, is a place of choice and possibility. You could meet almost anyone or anything there if you know how to look for them. The amazing thing about crossroads is that while they have long been held to be places of magic, they seem ordinary to most people. It requires seeing with more than just our eyes to fully experience and encounter those who may gather there. Crossroads may seem like simple intersections, but they are often labyrinth in nature, confusing, full of twists and turns, and not always with more than one way out. So beautiful. And this eye, in the center of everything. It's the same as here. It's your knowingness, the inner knowingness that you have. First of all, you see yourself, and from there you can also see others and share with others. The messages are, sometimes we must lose our way in order to truly orient ourselves to our surroundings and find ourselves. We may also discover that our paths overlap and cross in surprising way with others who bring illumination into our lives. It may help to let ourselves begin again. Often we let the idea of what we want to see override what we need to see. Only when we get lost does the veil fall from our eyes. Change your perspective of question in order to receive the wisdom you seek. It transform from surrender. That's the key word for the house where the Pisces is. Surrender to the knowingness that you have inside. The gateway may have a keeper. Sometimes this is fear within ourselves holding us back, which we need to banish in order to pass through. Other times it's the doctrines and ideas of others that will have overshadow what we know to be true. It is you who holds the key, not others. Outside of these mental and emotional states, The keeper is sometimes a metaphysical protector we must acknowledge and sometimes make an offering to or pay a toll to in order to move ahead. You must determine which it is and decide what needs to be sacrificed or exchanged, indeed, for the transformation. And I got from this golden color the idea of picking up a card for the priestess-like oracle for you. Clarity, planning, releasing illusion. From the faceted garden, the mineral realm. This is about a foundation, strong, a lot of options here, because we talk about crossroads, but also the golden, when you have this view from up, you get the clarity, or you are using your eyes. Even this card, I said that not only your eyes, but the inner eyes, and then you can see more clear. From the universal wisdom, a card for you. Golden memories. Trust, for all is exactly as it should be. Release your fears and concern about the future, your future, the future of the planet. All that is occurring in your life and in the world around us is happening for a positive reason. There is a higher purpose to all the events in life. Yes, this is very much also about the planet, which I said this is in the center here. We are all one. From the wisdom oracle, this is a number 9. It just go up to the end. Don't be afraid, don't give up, but you definitely don't, even if you are the only one left to dance and bring love. And with this eye, the oracle of vision. Yes, this card, I always see it like leave all the masks, all the images, and then like this matryoshka, just go to find the essence. This is also here to find the essence. I think this is the transformation that is going on, and you are already a great alchemist. And a number 5 here and the number 5 here and the 9. So for some reason number 5 is also important for you. It's the number of freedom. This is about knowing yourself. I hope these messages are giving you some insight in how to discover your amazing talents and how to transform. And it said here, I breathe into my heart all the suffering of the world and breathe out all of the blissful and blessings. My heart is a transforming force. My heart can do this magic, this miracle. Old habits, patterns, thoughts, energies that are no longer useful will transform. Beautiful. In this way, we trust that we can see the future with more clarity, and there are all these possibilities for a beautiful future for yourself and for our planet. Thank you for watching.